What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Blood on the Razor Wire TV, where we bring it to you real and we bring it to you raw. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. If you're tuning in, I'm asking everybody, man, hit that like button because it helps the channel. We got to get them likes up. And make sure you leave a comment. I'm bringing the brother Loki back on the show. You know, he's one of the most intelligent dudes I've ever interviewed, one of the most intelligent dudes that I ever talked to. And throughout my time in prison, man, I ran into a lot of intelligent dudes, man. Herman Bell, the brother Rasu, he was one of the people implicated in the Malcolm X murder. But this brother right here is a very intelligent dude, and that's why I'm bringing him back. A lot of people wanted to see him again. But low-key, man, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Let's talk a little bit about you.
Oh, man, what's up, man? Thanks for having me back, man. You know, this part two, we set it off last time. You know, I took y'all down through there, but we're going to get a little bit more in depth this time, man. So thanks for having me back. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that tuned in. We gonna, really turn up. Before I get started, I got a book, Generalismo, the saga. It's out on Amazon. It's for free if you got Kindle Unlimited. So yeah, tap in, check that out. It's about a, international criminal mastermind wreaking havoc on the black market. I wrote it while I was in the box. You know what I'm saying? In detention. You know about that box? You know, the administrative segregation. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny that in retrospect, I was talking to an author on Twitter, and she said, "Well, how do I know I'm getting better as an author?" I said, "Well, look at your timeline in your life, right? Like I always do this. You know, this is why I respect about prison. You can respect this too, Chad. We look back and say, damn, I was somewhere at the microwave 5 years ago. You know, hey, CO, hey, can I heat this bowl up right quick? I'm on LOP, man. You know, I ain't gonna get caught, man. I ain't gonna go to the yard. You remember that shit, you know what I'm saying? So now it's funny that I can say, and tell another author, listen, look at your timeline. 5 years ago, you know what I'm saying? I was in a confined area. I'm in the vestibule. I'm in detention in the hole. So I'm in the hole, writing journalism. So yeah, check it out. It's on Amazon. And yeah, look, dig this, man. We're gonna talk about respect, man. I tuned into one of your things about.
Hold on, I want to ask you a couple things real quick though. You said that book is free on Amazon.
It's free if you got Kindle Unlimited. Yes. Read it for free. Yep. So, and it's $9.99, but it's free if you got Kindle Unlimited. So just get the app Kindle Unlimited, read it for free, man.
That's what's up, man. I mean, if you can get that book for free, people should definitely tune in. And we're gonna get into that respect thing in a second, but. You talked about you wrote this book in the hole, so I want people to know that when you were in the hole, that means you were locked in a room the size of their bathroom, maybe even smaller than people's bathroom that are tuning in right now. And
oh, wow, it's amazing.
Let me say this. You were able to write a book while you were in the hole. There's a lot of young brothers out here right now that are in the streets, man. They've been living in the streets. They've been getting money in the streets. And really, man, they're jeopardizing their freedom. But while they're sitting in these houses, because I've sat in crack houses, bro. You're sitting in this house, or you're sitting in your own house, man. Things are rough, man. Go get you a pad of paper, man. Get you a pencil, and man, write you a book.
Pimp that pen. That's why I say, it's funny that they cut all my water off, Chad. Honestly, I had went to the hole on purpose, and this is gonna sound crazy to most people, but as you got three types of people in jail, man. You got inmates, convicts, and prisoners. Okay. Now the inmate and the prisoner, they just follow the rules. They like leaves blowing in the wind. Most of them rat suckers, civilians, But a convict, he holds a different type of code. So, I'm at Oaks, man. Oaks was fresh off a restart level like 5 type of mentality, level 6 type of mentality. So I'm there and there. It's just mayhem. So I get to algebra. Algebra is even worse. So I went to the hole on purpose, to show them, look, I don't care about y'all. I'll go to the hole. I'll stay there. Bring me my tray. I don't care about none of that because you have to show them it's nothing you can take from me. Then when you go to y'all, they start writing all the bullshit tickets. So it's crazy there. So when I went in there, I'm getting up and I wrote the book in 10 days. Unbelievable. As an author, what I do, I set a timeline and I just write, and then I come. It might take me maybe a couple of weeks or a month to write the characters and settings, but that's how much I love writing. So being in the box, the hole, you learn how to survive on the bare necessities. I've seen people underestimate so much stuff in the hole. We had a CO named Betts. He kept messing with the brother Bedrock. No, not the brother Tubbs. And he got stabbed through a food slot. Same thing with the brother Bedrock. The guy kept messing with him, and he hit him with some steel straight through the side. So here's the CO thinking he's safe. Hey, I'm an asset. It's the safest place in the penitentiary. You don't have no weapons. You don't have no defense. You can't use the phone. Hey, we can just fuck you over. Hey, these guys, ingenuity is a bad thing when you're determined. So I was just determined in the different sense. You understand what I'm saying, Chad? I was determined in a different sense where every time they came Thursday with those little small pins about this big. Look at my fingers, y'all. This big, y'all. They hurt. I'm writing. I'm writing with this little pen like this. I'm like in kindergarten because I'm so determined to talk to you right now.
You're in that hole. You said they stabbed the seal through the slot?
Through the slot. Yes, sir. You know, it gets real back there. Like a lot of people underestimate that job. And I kind of got to respect a lot of people that work there, but at the same time, I don't respect them because you could just, power corrupts power. Okay. You know, I've seen, you know, the move team come and they get frustrated because let's say you got something going on and you want to piss them off. Hey, we make them suit up. And then we comply with everything. Hey, I'm coming out. They say, oh, no. They're gonna tell you to strip. You get butt naked, you turn around, they spray ass full of chemical agents. They crack your ass. And then they chain you to the bunk. So here it is, your ass is on fire, growing on fire. Yeah. So it's a dirty game right there. So you learn how to play games psychologically with chess. Me and the brother McLean Bay, we didn't go to a shower. We didn't go to a shower ever. Bird baths. Because you know what they would do? They would take you to the shower. They cut the water on and they cut it off. You see, time's up. You say, hey, man, I ain't even go. Hey, you know what? Oh, don't even worry about it. They go get the move team. You say, hey, no, I'm getting up right now. They say, no, you ain't comply. Hey. And they're going to spray you while you're in the shower. So we didn't let them play games like that. You know, cuff you, throwing you down the stairs. It was crazy, man. So you literally had to, like, reinvent yourself. So instead of reinventing myself in a negative way, I said, you know what? Now it's time to write this book. Now it's time to just unleash, you know, because you have to plan your work and work your plan.
Yeah, man. I hear you, man. Plan your work and work your plan. So many of us don't have a plan, man, and that's why we fail. I want to talk a little bit about the whole prison. Recap, man. How much time did you do in prison straight without going home?
18 and a half. I came down with 23 to 45 years. I gave back a 10-year, I got a 10-year resentence in 03. So initially I ended up doing 18 altogether, you know, and I just completed an 18 and a half month term of parole. So I'm here to show you guys it can be done. I am redemption. You know, my career never stopped because I didn't stop. The things that I've seen in the hole from guys that had HIV or tuberculosis, and they pay these guys and say, hey, let me pay you for your shit. Hey, put that in the magic shade bottle. So when the CO comes, who's been fucking around, they throw it in his face. So here it is. This guy goes home. He's not only getting humiliated, he's gonna die slow. So you have to really watch yourself in there. It was times I didn't even go to the yard. You know, you can have that yard back there. I'm not going back there. You guys are slanging shit. You got shit slangers. You never catch these guys ever in your life. And they're those shit on you and complicate your life. You heard about it. You heard those stories.
Man, you know, I have. And I know in New York State, man, when I was in New York State prison, you know, they put some stuff together where there was a mandatory 2 1/3 to 7 when you shit a cop down. Like there was no cop out. If you shit the cop down, this is what happens. A lot of people are watching this show right now and they're like, what is he talking about? So
what is he talking about?
I want people to know that when you shit someone down or you shit a cop down, I know this sounds crazy, but these are the things that happen in prison. These are the things that people are, you know, should know. People put shit and piss in a bottle, they shake it up. Cop opens the food slot, wham, they spray it on him.
Right in his face, right in his face. And I mean, sit there for days, smell like a dead body. You know, you know about it, man. It make your stomach churn. It's like you see the determination of so many human beings and so many forces alike, right? You have to channel yourself and say, what am I going to be determined to do? This brother could figure out how to make a knife out of that cell in ad said, right? I could figure out how to checkmate these people and get my freedom back and be on top ball and talk to you, Chad, and explain this to you and walk down to stop somebody else from probably making a mistake, right? So when I was on the yard one time, right, I had a brother. I went to the hole, you know, I got into a fight. And, you know, out of respect, the COs don't come pack us up. They come to your cell and say, hey, your bunk went to the hole. Here goes duffel bag. Y'all got respect. Y'all ended together, pack your shit up. Woo, wah, bam, lock your shit. I'll be back. You see what I'm saying? Boom. So just to stop the whole shit, because somebody can say, hey, it was packed up. The CO did. The CO say, I ain't even coming to your homeboy patch you up. See what I'm saying? It was out of respect. So one of my homegirls' pictures is missing. My homegirl, George, I say, get my property back. I said, damn. I'm starting to realize it was some of the stuff I gave the dude, and he asked about the chick. Man, who was that? So that's the homegirl, man. Grew up with her, wrote a book about her. So I come back on the yard. They thought I had got stabbed. Actually, I did, but I didn't tell. Okay, dude tried to hit me with a nail. I'm in the child line talking to a guy,
Tried to hit you
and
with a what?
tried to hit me with a nail out of a fan. Yeah, it was a biker. It was a biker guy, and I got into it with the guys. They was being disrespectful, banging on the wall. It was an issue where, I pumped the guy out, so he sent his mans at me, and he had to get off the yard anyway because he owed some money for some horse. He was getting high. He was getting high off that dog food, so they sent him at me. So, but I seen him coming. But when you stab somebody, it don't always work like it does in the movies. You understand what I'm saying? So the reaction he didn't get. And my bunkie grabs me. I'm thinking I'm getting rushed, so I swing him. I saw, shit, this guy. So I do a circle. I said, who's this? Everybody's like, hey. You gotta do that so you can see who's rushing you. Here's this guy standing. I just get to fighting, going in, piecing them up. I only got like what, 10 seconds. You know how those fights be. So when I get to the house in my property, damn, fucking bunkie got me. So I come back out to the hole. They thought I got stabbed. That's why he took my stuff. His eyes lit up, see him and all that. But I said, man, where those pictures at? Oh man, I'll put it in your pocket. So, okay, don't worry about it. See, let me explain something to y'all in prison. You could be part of the biggest crew. You could be the biggest drug lord out here. I mean, a killer, whatever. Ain't no guns in there, right? It's only wits and heart. It's a lot of heart in there. It's not too many wits. So let me tell you something. You can hide behind all the guys you want in the organization, but I can have respect with everybody, every organization in the yard, which makes me more dangerous than you, because you've isolated yourself. You're in a war organization. If I got respect with everybody in every head, there's nowhere you can run. So you know what I did? Almost every Vice Lord, every GD, every Crip, every Blood, every Moore, every brother in the nation, every organization I know, I get him off the yard. And I didn't need any money. See, you have to drop a bag, maybe a secure pack, or a couple dollars, maybe Cashapp. This is out of respect. I mean, get dog off the yard. Simple as that. Just do some words at him. You know the word. You shoot a kite to a guy. Hey, get the guy off the yard. Now here it is. I see him one day. He come back. I said, hey man, what's up, man? You went to the hole, man? What's up, man? Yeah, man. You fighting this shit, man? I said, hey man, what's up with the pictures, man? Oh man, I told you, man, and stuff is your power. I said, oh man, be safe, bro. Stay out of trouble, bro. I see him 2 weeks later again, another month. Well, about a month. He get out of the hole, he going to another one. I said, damn, you got out of the hole again, man? What's up, man? You fighting again? Then it dawned on me. I said, man, what's up with them pictures, man? He was like, oh man, come on, man. Yeah, it's that real. So I've seen guys get hit with boiling hot water, Chad, because you got two lines sitting here, and neither one of them is going back down, but somebody got to eat, right? So I got one guy, he sits on board with Larry Hoover. He said, what if I told you I could show you pictures of Larry Hoover or Hot Top Fade? Here it is. I met one of the directors, Prince Bo. And he was from Arkansas. So he's a country boy. So everybody, we see boys up here. It threw him off. Nobody thought he was this big of a figure. So he's in the chow hall. One of the guys from the Nation Islam, Riots, former, blood member. He's still on gang bang time, so to speak. You know those guys kind of halfway in, halfway out there, kind of religious, so to speak, but they got a 10-inch motherfucking flat piece in their drawers, and they might stab you in the chow hole, or they might be running a poker tab. You know what I'm talking about, Chad. So no disrespect to the nation, but come on, man, let's call it a spade a spade. So here it is, they getting an argument. I get everybody to get you off the yard. You'll never walk the yard. Yeah. Nation make it where you can't never walk a yard. Ooh, I can tell that to that guy. You know what country told him? Country said, oh, all right, I'm no problem with you folks. Hey, my bad, I'm sorry. He slid about that child hole. Mistake number one. It's like pulling the gun on someone in the streets. If you're gonna tell the guy you're gonna stab him, you're gonna get him off the yard, you might as well do it right now. Do it now. So, you know what country told me when in the hole? He said, you know what his big mistake was? I said, what was the mistake, country? He said, you're scared of a country boy like me. He said, yeah, I'm 6'3", 300 pounds. He said, imagine scaring that much man. Imagine scaring that much man with a knife in his hand. He said, you know what I did? I said, what you do, country? He said, I boiled me some water. There's about 10 of them in there. They all strategically watching me. It's only one of me. But you can't fight hot water. So the vats are this big. He loads it up. He waits. Once it's on you, it's a wrap. Unfortunately for Rod X, he got stabbed 37 times after that. Yeah, 37 times, man.
37 times and he lived?
And he lived. Now, as he's getting stabbed, nobody wants to help. See, this is what you tend to think. Oh, well, the police are there, right? Nobody gonna do nothing to me. What? We in prison, you know? So he stabbed him. Come here. He's talking to him. He's crawling away. Come here. All on top of his head and the back, like living dead. He said, yeah. Where y'all can I go to? Tell me where y'all can walk to now, huh? Who gonna help you now? And if it wasn't for the CO saying, Miguel, stop. You're gonna kill him. You're
This
gonna
is the
kill
thing.
him.
This is the thing. He hits him with the hot water, then starts stabbing him.
Then start stabbing. Yeah. So imagine that your body's already trying to respond to you going into shock with all this 3rd-degree boiling hot water. Now this guy's poking you with a bone crusher. When I say a bone crusher, I'm talking about a big iron rod, at least 12 to 13 inches long. We call it bone crusher because if they hit you, it's going to crush your bones. It doesn't break bones, it crushes you. Not only are you getting stabbed, but your bones are getting crushed. So it gets real in Michigan, right? And that's the only thing about it. It's so subtle and non-violent like it was to the 90s and 80s that people go to sleep and say, oh, it's not like that, but you'll be the first guy to get a helicopter ride. Yeah. I seen the guy, my man's Poncho West from the east side. I mean, well, Poncho, not X, but Poncho. He's in the wheelchair.
Hold on, I want to interrupt you. Some people might get mad when I interrupt you, but I want to stay on that for a minute because, you know, I want these young dudes to know, man, when you get into prison, man, you might be with your homeboys, man, and, you know, you're acting tough, you're part of this group. Maybe you are tough, but you know what? When you get a guy like that, man, he comes and hits a bunch of dudes with hot water, you're all sitting there watching TV, boom, he hits you with the hot water. You might be the dude that wasn't really involved, but you got hit because you're homeboys, right?
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, and you know what? I said, well, what does his homeboys do? He said, well, what they gonna do? He said, it happened too fast. He said, well, nobody ready for that. They teach that manual. There no gangster teaching nothing about that. He talking country, but you know, and that was the problem. He's a big guy, country, talk funny. He's still a killer. He's still a killer. Yeah, we still might be wanting to go home, but some guys might not care about home right now. And that's what you got to realize in prison. Right now might be not your right now.
Right now is home. A prison is home.
Yeah, right. So my home might be, okay, I got a parole. I'm trying to get here. This guy might be like, hey, I quit. I had a guy named Double R. Remember Bay. Remember this name, Chad. Remember Bay. He's doing life. Never come home. Okay. When he was a kid, he caught a body, caught a murder. So when he got to prison, he said, well, I'm already doing time. I might as well go on turn up. So he gets to murdering guys in Jackson. Yeah. So it was a big murder that happened in Jackson. They killed some COs. Got away with it. Yep. He beat the case and everything. So listen, here it is. Can you believe this? Now watch this. He ends up giving the time back for one of the murders he caught on the streets. And 2 of the bodies that he caught in prison, one of them stuck. He said, here it is, man. I never thought my wildest dreams I'd ever go home. And I locked myself in because I came in here and let people use me as a crash test dummy.
I want low-key DiBiase. I want that to resonate with people, man. This man had a murder charge. Went to prison. Did some other things in prison, caught a murder charge in prison, but beat the original murder charge on an appeal that he was in prison for, and now he can't get out because he killed someone while he was in prison. I can't imagine what that feels like.
The brother said, man, sometimes my soul cries. You know, he was one of the original founders of the MSTA in Michigan, along with, Razor Bay and, brothers like, Blood West. These are the guys that brought the MSTA to Michigan. And he was one of those guys in the 80s, So it's a lot of horror stories. I'm talking about very, very, we don't have to talk about the rape because, people get talked out of their ass. People get talked into those situations, but it happens. Oh yeah, it happens. Unfortunately, it's to a lot of white guys. White guys have been a lot of targets in there because they want to frequently hang with guys that they can't hang with and trust, man. And hey, man, you dealing with a guy that probably raped a chick. What you think he won't rape a man? And this goes beyond guys' common sense. When you hear these guys joking about they call it the slip game. They're like, yeah, man, with your tight ass pants. You got to watch guys and listen to their conversation. You got to keep slipping homosexual jokes towards you. He might be feeling that way and seeing if you ever gonna stop him. So some of the things that's funny out here or laughable, jokeable are not in there. You got to stop it at the door. Hey, bro, look, I don't play the slip game, bro. And slip game means to slip the dick in the booty game. Okay, they said, no, I'm just trying to slip jokes past. I don't play the slip game, bro. I don't blast, I don't do none of that. So you got to set your foot down and keep it down on that yard. You know, I didn't have to join no gangs, but I had to watch people. It wasn't easy. And when I told them, only did two fight.
Are they running around ripping people's clothes off over there and raping them that way, or what?
Well, see, this is what happened. See, it was so bad in the 80s where now the PREA, the Prisoner Rape Elimination Act, has set up standards to where you separate these type of guys, because you had a guy named New York. No disrespect to New York. I got a homeboy from Brooklyn. He all York. Raw
hey, man. Hey, don't be talking bad about no New York guys out here, man.
You know I love the Big Apple. You know Crooklyn. You know the Bronx. You know I gotta fuck with the boroughs. But listen, the brother name was New York, and big guy, talking about 275 pounds, almost homosexual. And I'm not talking about the Ving Rhymes kind. I'm talking about the fairy kind. But he don't rape brothers. He knocks out white guys and such. They did. Yeah, he'll knock you out and give you head, and wake you up and knock you out again. So his target is white guys. He said, look, man, I'll never be brothers like that, man. But New York going about some business, man. We can't trust it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he's a predator. So they had these things called predator labels. You have two types of predators, homosexual predators and predators. And maybe I might be squeezing for your stove bag, or, hey, give me a JPay, or give me some Cashapp, or I'm going to tell your family I'm going to blow you up in the yard. I'm going to stab everywhere you go. Just make sure I eat and you be all right. So you could be that type of predator or other type of predator. You get a penny in your file, you can't go to no lower levels. You know, your movement is very restricted, and you can't be in the cell with nobody. So these guys were finessing guys. Like, I've seen a lot of guys trick guys in religious situations, and they get raped in the temple. At Marquette, they were having sex in the temple, at the chapel. Yeah, so you talking about some real sin. You want to talk about some real evil. Yeah, it gets horrible. So a lot of these guys, like you said, the worst place to do is go into a guy's cell, man. When I heard you say that, it just, you know, I was blessed, man. Most of my bit, I be turning up in the beginning, I earned a level 5 spot. So that was like no bunkie, God bless. But by the time I got to have him, I was kicking him out. I'll pack your shit up. Hey, man, you got to go. That guy you see with all the tattoos, you saw him? Oh, yeah. I'd have packed him up. Or I'd have win the shit. I want to close my eyes around that guy. You understand what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. Did you ever have to unleash violence on anybody yourself in there?
Yeah. I told you that I only had 2 fights, but that's the 2 fights I got caught for. That's the fights they know of. So, but sometimes I just had to rough a guy up. I might just let the presence be known, because I came in fucking up the cops, cutting them. So when you lay down a demonstration, that's what we call laying down a demonstration. Sometimes your path is a lot easier. It's a gift and a curse. So I'll tell the guy, man, look, man, dig this shit. This is how it's gonna go, bro. Don't tell the police you fear for your life, man. You know, why, man? Hey, look, we ain't gonna get it wrong, man. I'm not gonna do this here. You know, you go lock with your homeboy, but they telling me I gotta be in here. So hey, what, you gonna take the ass with me? We won't go to the hole? Look, man, tell them I'm acting crazy in here, and you can't sleep with me, and tell them I'm talking to myself, whatever you gotta do. And I ain't gonna tell nobody you no rap, bro. That's how you gotta do it, the guys. Make it, then give them something. And you know what I do? I'm like, hey, bro, you need some food or something, bro? You drink coffee? I would do it in a diplomatic way, a respectable way, before it get it. You know how the mafia basically pay you to get the hell away from your business. I took that approach. And sometimes it worked, and sometimes I had to, you know, maybe pull out a horse with the guy, or maybe I had to pull out a melted razor blade on the back of the toothbrush. Yeah, that's a horse. That's what it looked like.
Low key, let's talk about this, right? Like I said, I think you're a pretty intelligent brother. You spent a lot of years in prison. Riots. You ever see any riots in prison, or where guys are like ready to set it off? Because I want to go somewhere with this question.
Well, I haven't seen any. The last riot we had was at URL, the Millennics and the Aryans. But I had just left a riot. Fortunately for me, at Marquette 2005, you know, the Vice Lords and the GDs, man, they set it off. Yeah, a lot of those guys I was like I'm still cool with, and it messed up the fabric of a lot of stuff, and I had just rolled out. I'm talking about, it was crazy. A guy had came under the guys as a vice lord, and he was messing with boys. When I say boys, I mean sissy boys, and they exposed him, and they didn't like it, so they took off on the GDs. And my homeboy 7 Come to find out, he had vouched for a guy that he shouldn't have vouched for. So everybody had basically set it off. And then there was another one when some of the ABH came, from higher levels. I was already in the hole, so I was never like always in the midst of it. It's minus the one in California. So Michigan is a lot of slow tempo, but stabbings, oh man. Let me tell you how numb I am. Me and a brother named Brightmore, right? Doing a light vid. We sitting playing chess. Now here it is, the brother JX. He's already got stabbed before in a certain area 2 months prior to this, right? So I'm looking, I say, oh man, he took my group. So it's a guy, he knocks him down, gets on him and lays on him, right? Start stabbing. Now the CO, he can't stop it. He has to lay down on him. So guess what? That's extra weights. He stabbed him. So I look, I say, that's a good move. He looks, he's like, man, he still stabbing him. Yeah, that's JX. It was that common. I'm talking about, I'm talking to you like, yeah, that's messed up. Well, yeah, he still stabbing him. Look, dog, the guy him messed up. He all laying on him, man. He need to write a ticket about that. It was that frequent and that raw that you just get numb, man. And that's not natural, but a lot of guys stayed in their cells. Let me tell you that. So all this tough talk, these rappers, nah, I seen a lot of them get squoze. They can't come out. Yeah. Frank Nitty, one of the biggest drug dealers in Michigan, was getting squoze by a little guy named World. And I couldn't believe it. I said, man, I don't want to hear that. That's fabric. That's lies. They said, nah. And here's a different world. You see John Gotti, right? He might control the mafia, but guess what? If Dave Yates blowed out and say, hey, John, guess what, John? We need a couple dudes, John. Get a couple lawyer fees, John. Get real bad. John got a decision to make. Now, I'm not saying John ain't gonna step up. But guess what? John had a couple conversations. You can believe he did. And he either had to make it right or he had to stand up and fight or more force. Sometimes it's with force. Everybody's gonna get approached in their own way, man.
Hey, listen, like you said, man, I mean, it's a different world. It's a dog-eat-dog world where only the strong survive. And sometimes even the strong get chewed up and spit out, right?
They get it. And that's why I tried to tell you this story about Rod X and Country. Those were two lions. Imagine seeing two of your favorite top heavyweights. Pick one. Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, who you going to choose in that type of a fight? So it was kind of like you seeing Tupac and Biggie destroy themselves in front of you. There's no victor. There's no winner. So for the most part, you want to be careful about who you respect. I've seen guys underestimate people. My homeboy Poncho doing a life bit, man. Stone cold hustle, murderer. He killed his mother's boyfriend when he was a little kid, beating on her. So she takes the rap. He ends up catching another body. Can't beat that one. Ends up wasting his life. So while he's in there, he gets shot. He got shot before he went in. So guys, I don't care about you washed up, pounce out, chest. Guess what? Got spit on him. Yeah, what you gonna do, man? Forget you. Running no skin. Get paid. I ain't paying you nothing. Oh, he didn't know Poncho could stand up though. Can't move. He reminded me of what's the dude name of Players Club in the wheelchair when he came with the shotgun of St. Louis. So listen, never in this man's wildest dreams did this guy think he was gonna die on a Saturday morning, butt naked in the shower. Poncho rolled up to him with some disinfectant in a bottle. Stab him. Come here. Guy died in the shower on his way to see his family.
Family was coming on a visit and he ends up dead.
And this is recent. This is 2000 something. So I'm talking to Poncho McComb and he like, man, I don't want to have to do it, man. The dude spit on me, man. He spit on me, man. I'm in a wheelchair. He spit on me, man. Who the fuck you think I am? So respect, man. That's all I can tell you.
Loki, I want to ask you this, right? You said it nonchalantly earlier and you talked a little bit about it, about people getting stabbed. You're like, man, he was stabbing them and it was kind of nonchalant. Did you become immune? Did you become like, it didn't even matter? Like when people got stabbed, it was just kind of like, I've been seeing this for years.
It's not the stabbing I worried about. What I worried about was the hot water and the locks.
No, I want to know if it affected you.
Yeah, because this how you know it's uncommon. It affected me to the point where even I don't even like feel comfortable messing with a lot of stuff involved with knives. You understand what I'm saying? Period. But let me tell you like this: I seen the guy Leonwood hit a guy so hard that he knocked him out, right? And the smell of the blood made me nauseous. I could smell the iron in the blood. That's how much blood I was smelling to the point now where I could smell iron in the blood, and I was just like, So the stabbings, it was, yeah, it's so common that you unconsciously like avoid sharp objects, so to speak, unless you just a maniac. And I ain't ever Scissorhands, man. Because when you hear that flesh and that bone crack, see, it's not that movie stuff. It's not that stuff that sound like you just sticking some meat. You hitting bone and nerves. You hear a man go, could you hear that nerve go? Or you know, it's you hear that flesh, that chunk of that flesh move. It makes you kind of PTSD-ish.
Little wild, man. It's definitely a wild life, and like I say, man, we do what we do for a reason. And some people are like, man, why do you always talk about violence? You want to know why? Because people want to hear that part, and then we give them the message, man. The message is, hey, you don't want to live like this. You don't want to be in a prison where a dude wants to rip your pants off and knock you out, and for real, physically, you can't do nothing back because the dude's just overtowering you. You don't want to be that dude in the wheelchair. You end up getting shot in the street. You end up in prison. You're in a wheelchair, and someone spits in your face. You don't want to be that dude, man. You know what I mean?
Come on, man. Like I'm gonna tell you another thing that was kind of like, yeah, I've seen some real weird and horrible things all in one. For instance, we had this one guy named Ron Jordan, Stone Cold Legal Beagle. He's $1 million lawsuits. Look him up. You heard of him. Ron Jordan, top-notch legal beagle. He teaches law from prison. I guess what? He's been helping everybody else go home, but he can't go home. So he finds a what we call a dead bang running. You know about that dead bang running. Come on. So all the litigants that's tapping in, all the guys have been doing their little paralegal. We know about the dead bang running. He found the dead bang running, thought he was going home. He needed the guy to do some assistance for him. So he kisses the guy. He said, y'all go home and do something for you. Guy goes home. Jordan. Oh gosh. Guess what happens? The guy ended up coming right back to jail, to the same prison where Ron Jordan was. Guess what Ron Jordan did?
Tell the people.
Well, Ron Jordan is alive, and the guy that did go home and handle his business never lived to tell anybody that he didn't handle his business. Ron Jordan killed him.
Definitely a place you could die, right, low-key? Before we go, man, I know I asked you before, like, what message you would give to the youngsters, because, like I said, you are an educated dude, man. And, I want you to, just leave a message with these people, man.
What I'm saying is, listen, man, out of all this stuff you're talking about, you think you're ready to do time, you think you're ready to wild out. No, you're not. You're not ready to walk away from none of that. You're a lie. You know what I'm saying? And most of y'all gonna tell anyway. And I'm just gonna, it's factual, So my message is, why would you want to walk away from something that you really not being able to really understand if you could walk out of, right? It's no guarantees, man. I mean, you can walk in for 5 years, it turns into 30, man. It's like, don't forfeit your life. Don't be impulsive, Pooh Shiesty. Look at that. Rio the OG. Hey, Rio, keep your head up in there, man. Just don't, you ain't gotta mess with nobody, Right? Rio the OG, he's doing time right now. He's got to sit down. He can do that. As long as he don't mess with nobody. These are guys that can think. If you think, you can survive in there. But for those guys that just gotta prove something, why you want to go in? What do you have anything to prove? You want to be the hardest guy in the yard? You want to be the Lord of the Flies? That's a dunghill. So you want to be the king of a shithill. That's not the place to be anybody in. You know what I'm saying? But come on, man. We got to keep it real, Chad. Some of those guys, they're the highlight of their gangster careers started there. Remember that, Chad. Most of these guys, they just got the having group fights and fist fights and knife fights. I was in the club doing this, man, at the Latin Quarter. So it's new to them. So it's appealing. So I can just tell you that it's not worth your time and your family and what you want to do right now, which is like me, put out books or just kiss a girl and hug a woman. Right now, that brother, Poncho, is in a wheelchair with 2 big ass bone crushers. Yeah, somewhere in his wheelchair. Well, I can go up here and write my book and probably, I don't know, smoke a blunt or hug a girl. Don't walk away from that, man. That's why I want to tell people. So yeah, man, hey, fresh out, man. Fresh out. Hey, it's on iTunes. That's my single, you know. So tap into that, you know. All Heat Records, Kedar, you know, shout out to BK Pay Styles, you know, Pay Style Records. Now, Generalismo, I want y'all to just know that I will be doing a part 2. It's a saga. Tap in. We're going to do a series of movies coming about it. So, hey, check it out. It's on Amazon. Kindle Unlimited. It's free. Hashtag Journalismo Saga, Chad.
I want people to know that, you know, all the stuff that you're doing, man, like you're serious. You were friends, you know, with some people that were real close to Eminem, and, you know, you had a little bit of a career getting ready to start off, and, you know, you ended up in prison. You blew it all, man. Unfortunately.
I don't deserve hey, Chad, I don't deserve this, Chad. I don't deserve this, and that's why I want people to understand, man. I don't deserve the breath I'm breathing right now. I don't deserve these opportunities that I have because my homegirl to live, that's my sister. Let me give you the sister before I leave, Chad. It's very important. I'm going to share this with the public, okay? I watched Aaliyah turn into a star. When we were in school, she had to go on Star Search. So we were at a private school, so, you know, you got nuns and sisters. So, you know, Sister Stella said, hey, we got a student, you know, to give her some support. She's going on Star Search. We already knew she was talking about Aaliyah. Okay, cool. She goes on there and lose. She loses. You know, the white girl did Happy Valentine, and they liked it. You know, Ed McMahon, you know, it's like all-star American stuff going on here, right? So she's crushed. So she's a cheerleader on a basketball team. So the boys, we sneak on the cheerleader bus. You know, we started. We got the cheerleader girlfriends going around the bus. She's back there weeping and wilding. She's not being herself. We said, hey, you're going to be somebody one day. Man, forget Star Search. You know what I'm saying? So nobody knew this, but that's how we felt. And we had to lift her up, you know, and she usually sings. So she didn't want to sing. So she came out of nowhere. Sounded like Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, and Tina Marie all in one. She exploded out of nowhere. Sounded like a grown woman at 12 years old. So the opportunities that I have, I feel betrayed because I would see her at the house and I would be selling drugs. I knew I had to stop. Hey, let to go to Homegirl. You know when I'm on the phone, I'm like, hey man, I'm at the gas station. No, you're not. Oh, I'm on my way. I should have stopped. I'll blow it off. Oh, she in the hood, I come back. That was the last time I seen her. So don't put off hollering at your friends. Don't put off loving people because you're gonna start realizing that you cheated death a lot of times when people that probably deserve to live more than you did ain't here to talk about it, man. People live good lives, man, and they get cheated. So that's one of the things prison will make you respect, man. When you look back and say, hey man, I lived through that. Wow. You don't want to have to tell that story from coming out of prison, Chad. You know what I'm saying, man?
18 years later. Look, man, I'm going to close the show. Thank you for coming on, man. I want people to check you out on iTunes. Check out your book. It's free. Why not check it out, right?
Why not? Hey, Journalismo Saga, you know, you got to tap in, you know, so listen, you know, keep your eyes open, you know, we might be back for part 3, you know, so, hey, shout out to Blood on the Razor Wire, and hey, man, stay out of prison. Best way to stay out of prison is stop being an antagonist with the police, man. Let them frisk you. Let them get the car. You ain't got to talk about, well, it was my constitutional right. Why you stopping me, man? Let that sucker do his job and get the hell out before it's a shootout or you don't go home, man. Take your ego off. That's all I got to say to the young guys, man. It ain't working, bro. Take your ego off, man. Let them be on bullshit, man. Let them catch the clown out there, man. You ain't got to be the one going to jail because you had to prove a point that you knew about the law, or just let them look through the car, bro. You know what you're on, man. You're on bullshit, you're on bullshit. So everybody just be chill, man. I know it's bad police, but it's bad people too, man. Let's keep this shit 100.
That's it, man. With respect, Blood on the Razor Wire TV. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, hit the like button because it helps us and helps us do what we're doing. With respect, until tomorrow, we're out.